Hey guys, it's Rosie from Phoenix Rising by Dior. I'm here to give you a divine feminine reading and healing reading to see what Spirit has to tell you and what advice they want to give you. Guys, as always, please like, share, and subscribe. If you like and share, it helps my messages to circulate through YouTube and the world. And guys, if you subscribe, you will receive notifications every time I upload a new reading. And I also have a Facebook page that I do a daily vibe on almost every single morning, unless I absolutely cannot, that you can go join as well. Guys, if you like a private reading, I prefer doing a live video chat. You could just email me at phoenixrisingbydior@gmail.com. Father in heaven, spirit guides. I got a new deck here, and I want to give at least one card right now. First, Divine Feminines, the Spirit Animal Oracles. I like them. I love the illustration. It's very pretty. Let's see, Father in spirit guides, show me clearly. What do you want to tell Divine Feminine? What is your message you want to say with this deck right now? What do you want to tell them? For healing and help, guidance. What is this? What do you want to tell them? Nothing at all. Lies. Okay, we finally got a card. But it's in the reverse, so let's read it. Raccoon. Inventor. Decide on what you really want. You have the integrity to claim it. Avoid being the trickster and practice integrity. You may have the roles and can juggle them well. Okay. But maybe it's in reverse, right? I read everything in reverse, guys. And this is a brand new deck. I just got it yesterday. Spirit is saying you're not being the inventor. You're not being creative enough, okay? You need to, maybe not the trickster, but maybe you are, trying to do things, manifest what you want, and maybe not the most upright of way, okay? But, take it as it resonates for you guys as to what Spirit is trying to tell you, okay? Father in heaven, show me clearly. What's the advice? What do you want to tell? What do you want to tell, spirits, to the Divine Feminine of the collective here? What is it? What is it they want to tell Divine Feminine right now? Go with the flow. This kind of correlates. You're kind of just hanging around, seeing what's going to happen, but you're not really taking any action. You're not really taking any action right now. Because I think for some of you guys, maybe you haven't healed, okay? Or there's a lack of patience in your life right now. But yet there's still this stagnation. There's a blockage. There's something that's blocking you from moving forward. Maybe your blockage is that you just simply haven't healed properly or enough yet. Okay? Sometimes you just need to decompartmentalize what it is that you need to get over in your life, okay? You're feeling like confused. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know. Maybe there's just too many choices right now for you. Maybe you have too many directions and you're not sure which path to take. And this is what's causing you this blockage. You want a connection, you want this loving connection with somebody, but you don't know. Maybe you're not listening to your intuition. Maybe there's something you're not paying attention to. Yeah, I think that's it. Because all of a sudden everything just fell, and I take that as a mini tarot moment when it happens to me in my readings. Yeah. You feel like you don't know if you're ever going to get justice from the past. But sometimes it's not about getting justice. What kind of justice can you possibly get from your past? Sometimes you just have to just move on. And just accept it as a learning lesson. Say, okay, Well, now I learned from this. Now let me move forward. What else? You look again. No rebirth. I think you guys have been just waiting around for too long. You've been waiting around too long for this divine masculine, I think, to just man up and finally do what the fuck he was supposed to do, or whatever it is that you thought he was going to do. You thought he was going to maybe come in, but you didn't. You never thought that this was going to be it. You never thought this was going to be the path. Yeah, see? Him too preoccupied in the third-party situations, too preoccupied in constantly being manipulative and probably lying to you about this all the time, okay? You're like, I want a true person who's going to love me for real. You may have come in and showed me some love, but you never meant divine masculines. I think you're finally realizing that they never really meant that they were going to actually be with you. Maybe they lied about this in the past, and that's why you're so confused. Because they would come in and give you love, but then they would still turn around and be a player and keep you in a third-party situation. You thought that maybe that they were going to come forward one day and say, okay, I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready to do this with you. Right? This situation has kept you wrapped up in your head. And like you don't even want to talk about it anymore. Or you've battled with him. You were so dark, sharp with your tongue, and you fought. And you're like, I want a true person. I want somebody who's going to be stable. I want some stability. I want a commitment. I want a union. I don't want a third-party situation. And you're tired of fighting. Like you don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to talk about this anymore. You just want somebody who's going to love you and be a stable person and commit to you and not fuck with your head. Yes. And this is why you're not inventing your life, because you were waiting. You were too busy waiting to see if this divine masculine was really going to come forward, because he kept you confused in the dark about where he was mentally. Okay, Spirit, Father in heaven, what else do you want to tell? Oh, no reconciliation. I literally picked up the deck to shuffle it in this reconciliation. These are my cards. Went right in reverse. In reverse. Spirit no reconciliation. No reconciliation. Father in heaven, Spirit guide, show me clearly. What is it you want to tell them? Love, Spirit. No reconciliation. It's time for you to start a new beginning in your life, Divine Feminines. Either you are stuck in your pride or this DM is stuck in their pride. Okay? Somebody's stuck in their pride right now. And you need to move on. Your DM is stuck in their pride. You need to move on because you have not been focusing on your life the way you should, because you've been too preoccupied with this DM. You need to look in the mirror and say to yourself, truthfully, you want passion, like big time. You're like, I do. I want passion in my life. You were going with the flow, but you're like, I want like severe passion. Because I got passion and water right after that. So, yeah, you know what that means, right? like intense passion, okay? And you need to be honest with yourself that you want this in your life. Because maybe you've been celibate because you've been waiting for this DM to choose you, and he hasn't, right? Look in the mirror and be honest, right? You need to be honest with yourself. It was the last card that just came out. I'm like, I knew it came out somewhere. I was looking for it. You need to be honest with yourself. You want passion. If you're remaining yourself celibate because you want to wait for your DM to come knocking on your door and he's not, you need to be honest with yourself. You don't want a third-party situation anymore. You know that this DM is probably going to bring you back into a third-party situation. And then you need to go with it and you need to pray because your angels are with you and they're trying to help you to move on, that you need to move on. What else? Spirit, guides, Father in heaven, show me clearly. You need to feel natural. See, being passionate and being intimate with somebody is a very natural thing. Are you brainwashing yourself to say that it's not natural? You can't flourish. You can't bloom. It's almost like you're willing it. Okay? It's okay. It's okay to want this in your life. And it's okay for it to not be with your DM, who you think is your DM, or your false twin, or wherever it may be. So you don't want somebody who doesn't really want you back. I mean, how much time are you going to take on waiting for somebody? Spirit is telling you need to ground yourself. Be grounded. Stand strong. Stand firm in who you are. This is not your twin flame. He is not coming back. This is the end of this karmic situation. Very harsh messages here, guys. I am sorry for those of you who have been waiting patiently for him to come back and man the fuck up, but I don't know. Spirit is not telling me that right now. Someone is going to come in, but you need to walk away because they are stuck in their ego. And this person is a cheater. And they never focused on you. And they couldn't move on from their karmic situation in the summer. Very specific messages here. And you could not think it possible. Because you were just kind of going with the flow. I think you're putting an end to this nonchalantness. Somebody wants to talk how they couldn't walk away and they couldn't find their balance anymore. Wonder who that is. Unless Spirit is saying, maybe you need to talk to yourself. Why couldn't you walk away? Why couldn't you find your stability? Do for some of you out there. Yep, you're the one, okay? Spirit is saying you're the one. You need to really look in the mirror. You really need to be honest with yourself, okay? You need to start talking to yourself. I think I said this to you guys on one of the other readings. What's the advice you would give yourself? What's the advice you would give your daughter or your son or your brother or sister or your best friend? What would be the advice that you would give them if they were in your shoes, if they came to you saying the same story that you have right now? Okay? Time to go is at the top of the deck. That's exactly what you would be saying to them. It's time to go, okay? Very specific reading, all right, Divine Feminines? Father in heaven, Spirit guides, show me clearly. What are the healing messages you would like to give to Divine Feminines? Gentleness, but in reverse. Don't be gentle. Maybe you need to be blunt. Let's see what the next cards are. Yes, harmony. Maybe you need to be blunt on how you actually want your relationship to be in life with the person that you truly want as a partner. Maybe you need to be very blunt. Okay, don't be gentle. Because I'm sure most of you DFs out there have been very gentle with these DMs. But also, I don't even think it has anything to do with the DM either. I think Spirit's also trying to tell you is stop giving yourself so much leeway. You know what you deserve. Why are you giving this person this cushion, this advantage over you? You know what you deserve. You know what you want. You know what kind of relationship you want in your life. And you're not listening to your own advice. What else? Because you don't know what you really want. You're not being very clear. You're not manifesting. You don't know clearly what you want. I think you are, like, you know your worth, you know what you want, but you're not being very clear about it because I think you're so confused because I think you truly thought in your heart of hearts that this DM was going to man up and truly be in their power to come and tell you that they wanted to be with you and that they were ready to leave the karmic. But they didn't. And is that really what you want? And if you're waiting for this, I am not like all the other readers, guys. I am sorry. Okay? I am not one of those people that are going to tell you to wait for the rest of your fucking life. Because that's not what Spirit is telling me to tell you right now. Okay? See, we're not listening to your intuition. And you couldn't walk away. And you repeated this fucking cycle. And you couldn't speak your truth. You couldn't speak about what you truly wanted in a relationship. Or maybe you did, but they didn't give two fucks, right? Okay? You don't have a plan in place. You never had like a plan. Maybe it wasn't solid. Whatever you said wasn't solid about how you want your happiness in your life. Okay? But it's time to change your shit. It's time to know what you want. Know what you need to go after. Once you know, you don't need to journey on anymore because you know. You don't have to waste your time. You know, when you know something, you don't have to waste your time anymore. Something that isn't going to give to you the way you want it to. Yes. You are finally going within, okay? You're finally listening to your inner self and you're releasing this attachment that you have, okay? Because you've been stuck in anxiety and you're ready to walk away from the fucking shit in your life, the bullshit, okay? And if you're not, that is what Spirit is telling you to do, okay? Because you have kept yourself tied to him or her. And it's time for you to bloom, okay? Yourself. Because you keeping yourself tied to this DM, in your mind, you had disillusionments. You thought that this was going to flourish into a happy family, but you were wrong. It was the complete opposite. It flourished to the most unhappy situation that you could possibly think of. But now you're dealing with the shit and you're saying, no. I want somebody who is going to love me completely and utterly. Good. What else? Do you want to tell Divine Feminines, please? Father and Heaven, Spirit, guide us clearly. See? You know, the seer. You know. You have this intuitive ability. You see it. You've seen it. You probably just kept yourself blinded from it, but you saw the truth, right? Spirit is saying you saw the truth. And now maybe you're just seeing it clearly. That the signs were in front of you this whole time. You were just choosing not to look at it. Oh, there it is. Something fell. You need to ground yourself. That came up before. You need to go within. You need to ground yourself. Okay, you saw what you need to see for you to move on. The moon, the second moon. I think this is not the moon where things are hidden, but maybe there are things hidden. Some things were always hidden from you in the past, but I also feel like there's something that's going to happen in the new moon. Okay? So get ready to manifest and cut cords. Come this new moon, guys. You are going to see something. You really can't make this shit up. You will see something. You are going to see the truth. Come the new moon. Okay? That you are not on the right path. Literally 2 cards out of this one deck of seeing something. You are seeing it clearly. You're using your third eye. You're using your intuition. Okay, what else? Healing messages, please. For divine feminines, please. Father in heaven, show me clearly. Stop taking a time out. See, this is what I was telling you before. If you guys have been waiting for this DM to man up, to be with you, and you've been celibate on purpose because you wanted to wait for this person to come into you, Spirit is saying, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. Stop. You are worthy of passion in your life. You're worthy of being intimate with somebody. You are worthy of love. You are putting yourself through your own turmoil. This DM has clearly showed you where they're at. And honestly, if they come back to you within like a couple months or a few years or in 20 years, are you actually going to take them back after making you an option? You would seriously need to like think about that. Yeah, you can't move forward. You need to start figuring out how somebody has manipulated you. The DM has manipulated you. Okay? They have played mind games with you. And because of this, you truly had hope inside your heart that they were going to come to you. And you're having a very hard time moving on. You need to cut the cords. What else? What else do you want to tell Divine Feminines, the vision? You know, you've seen things clearly, and that fell underneath the vision quest. All right, Spirit has been showing you stuff. They have been showing you signs. Maybe in your dreams. But you know, by hanging on to something or someone who is not going to choose you, or what kind of self-worth do you have? Are you truly a divine feminine waiting, being the martyr? That is not divine feminine power. No, it's not. Divine feminine power is knowing who you are. Who are you? Look in the mirror. Those are those cards that came out earlier before. Look in the mirror. Are you waiting for this person is making you this divine feminine? Do you think it is? Do you think it's going to elevate you of who you are as a person because you're waiting for somebody who's never coming into you? Think about this clearly, Divine Feminines. Yep, see, even Spirit is saying, I don't know what's underneath this, but this is the first card underneath it. Of all the cards just flew out. Patience in reverse. Stop being patient. Stop wasting your time. And get out of sadness. Because you're not saying what you truly want to say. What was one of the first messages that came out. Okay? Maybe you're being a little bit stubborn right now. Okay? On learning a new path, a new way in your life of how to think differently to have this person not in your life. And because of that, guess where you are? Trapped. You are trapped with the person wearing the mask. Is trapping you in your head. It's like the Phantom of the Opera. You know? You need to release yourself from this entrapment. You are the only one who has the power. Just you. The universe is only giving you what you want. And you are manifesting shit if that's what you're getting is shit. Release yourself from this constant thought of wanting to be with somebody who is not deeming you worthy, who is making you an option. Because you constantly are manifesting that person, this masked person, to be in your life, you are constantly entrapped in your own body and mind and soul. Okay? You're doing that to yourself. And if you say that you're not, are you waiting? Are you truly waiting? Do you have that small glimmer of hope? Ask yourself that question. Okay, I'm going to wrap up this reading with the Archangel cards. Father in Heaven, Spirit Guides, Archangels, please show me clearly what is it that you want to tell Divine Feminines right now for their healing purposes. What do you want to tell them? Please show me clearly. You need to change your path. Your angels are trying to help you. And they are trying to show you the signs. This is a repeat message. This is a repeat message. Guys, I'm sorry for those who did not like my message because you want me to tell you to be the damsel in distress and you should just wait. But that is not what Spirit is telling you. True Divine Feminines don't wait. Maybe we do initially because we need to learn how to evolve. But a true Divine Feminine will not wait. They will focus on them and they will manifest somebody perfect for them and not manifest the person who doesn't see you as the number one choice. You want someone who's going to choose you every damn day, every damn time. Not somebody who has so many other little pretty things floating around them that they are so preoccupied that they can't even look at you. Think about that. All right, guys. Love you guys. Love and light.